What's up? I'm still recovering from Comic-Con, so that's why I haven't posted. I'm sorry about that. Uh, Comic-Con got in the way, and I got sick because I went to the convention center. There's all these people all over the place. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different for you today. Well, I do have a batch of videos, but I'm waiting on the intro for them. I have a new intro for the critique corner, and then some of these other segments that I want to do. So I wanted to go over really quick. Wanted to put something out, because I just felt like it. I'm going to show you how I normally sketch in my sketchbook. The kind of process that goes through my mind. I'm going to do this in ballpoint pen because most of my sketchbook stuff is done in ballpoint. I'm not a big fan of this ink type pen for sketching. Sketching. That's just me personally. Some guys love it. I'm not a big fan of it. So I love pen because there's always that aura of you can't really erase, but you can draw thin enough so that, you kind of don't need to erase. So when I go through my sketchbook, I literally start putting different shapes. I'm not really thinking about anything because they're talking about just sketchbook drawing. I'm not talking about I'm deliberately doing anything. I gotta know what I'm gonna draw right now. You know what I mean? Like, what am I gonna draw exactly? I don't know yet. Sometimes you default into some old habits, so maybe try to keep that in mind and pull out of it if you can. I think my old habits are just drawing monster design, but again, it's a sketchbook. Doesn't really matter what you do. You know what I mean? This is just for practice, for your own, almost like meditation. I almost feel like it. Like right now, still not sure quite what's happening. It is very meditative to draw on your own. I don't even think you can really see those. I'm drawing those scribbles so light so that I can draw darker over them. So bear with me, okay? I know you can't see right now, I'm sorry. But bear with me. These are very, very light scribbles. Just thinking about, okay, do I want several things on one page, like a montage? I think I might do that. Alright, I got a bunch of scribbles on the page. Now it's kind of like a Rorschach painting. I'm going to see, like, what can I pull out of this? What do I see? And personally, what I see, like I said, I don't think you can see anything right now because of the camera. But I can see some shapes kind of along this area. And it kind of looks like, and I'm going to see stuff that I want to see. Don't get me wrong. Like, man, I like this kind of, it kind of reminds me of like a robot shape. So I'm going to draw a little bit thicker and try to figure out what that is. And I'm thinking, you don't have to follow the lines all the time. I'm thinking this is going to be like a robot head, possibly, with horns. Is this what I got in my mind right now? And then I'm thinking, okay, so that's the head. I'm gonna have the torso down here, and then this is gonna be the shoulder. And do I want this whole thing to be a mech, or do I want it to be kind of organic? You know what I mean? I'm not sure yet. Uh, and a lot of the little design shapes, I'm just thinking kind of randomly on the certain design shapes. Obviously, like I said, there's things built into me already. There's habits that of good and bad habits that I still have in my system that you kind of control, but it's very meditative because you're thinking about just the art, I mean, just what you're doing. 'Cause sometimes I'll need, I mean, honestly, I don't know how you guys are, but I'll need like TV or a podcast running when I draw sometimes, and I feel like that's taken away a little bit lately. I really need to learn to enjoy the art form again, just for itself. You know what I mean? That it's just me and the paper, and that's all there is to it. And you're taking, like you're finding what you loved in it to begin with. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at right now. I really want to find what it is that I saw in it. Right now, I think I'll be better for it. Because lately it's become just kind of a chore. So I'm just trying to learn to enjoy purely drawing and painting and that stuff for itself. I think I've been so far into the marketing side of it lately. I just been like, man, I really just want to love doing all this stuff for itself, for no reason at all. I'm gonna fast forward this, and then I'm gonna zoom right back to see where we're at. Okay, so I'll fast forward this part. In with you guys. So right now I'm just kind of figuring out complicated shapes, and the thing is, not everything on him is gonna make sense. I mean, when a character doesn't exist, I mean, there's gonna be this kind of, at some point something's not gonna make any sense. Like, why would this do that, or why would that need to be there? But I'm working my hardest to try to make this thing make sense to me. You know what I mean? Like, this is his head. He's gonna have this kind of lower portion of his neck, or whatever semblance of a neck that he has down here, but he has this kind of collar on as well, so his head's definitely pushed in to some extent. And I'm just trying to design shapes here, and I'm more or less just having fun, which is, like I said, what it's all about, really. It really is all about having fun. It kind of sucks when this stuff becomes a chore, because at some point it kind of might be. When someone commissions you to draw something and you don't really want to draw it, you know what I mean? It kind of becomes a chore. And you might not do your best work because of that, because you're like, this sucks. Best way, like I said, good thing to do would be to train yourself to enjoy it. And you can do that. You can train yourself to enjoy things you don't like. Let me give you an example. I used to hate... I don't remember. I can't think of an example. Sorry, guys. But I know that's true, though. I've done that with things in my life. At least behavioral things in my life, Like, I'll be accustomed to this, or... So, while we're working on this guy, I'm going to start another sketch, even. Kind of save time, and I'll work on it. Like I said, I'm not working in any particular order. This is just a sketchbook thing for myself. And I definitely see a skull here. I can tell I kind of construct that maybe a little bit. I don't want to make it a normal skull, though. So let me see what I see here. Let's see. This seems like one of those... Let me see the side of the head. Profiles are really easy to pick up, anywhere. Profile view stuff. Giant teeth, maybe, jutting out. And an eyeball inside of that guy's head, just for, why not, you know what I mean? Sketchbook stuff. Anyways, guys, this is kind of where I'm going to leave the sketch. You know, there's a couple of there's obviously things I haven't finished with it. This is just like a sketchbook sketch. I started just kind of going in to different figures, different images. There's two images here, and they're not totally worked out. You know, they're not rendered out. They're not story driven or anything like that. At least for myself, I'm just kind of like playing around and just more or less relaxing, and that's kind of what I do. That's how I do really sketches. I start out with a lot of scratchiness, and honestly, sometimes I'll add on to it. On, you know what I mean? I'll probably throw some scratchiness in the bottom there, and add another figure, and add another figure, or add another, you know, robot or something or whatever. Thanks a lot, guys. This has been kind of a different kind of video, and I hope you got something out of it. And I'll see you later.